Hello everyone, Whitebox here with another game of Spirit Island. Today I'm going to be going against the Tsardom of Prussia all the way up at level 6. So I've only beaten Russia 6 once or twice, I think twice. And this will be a challenge, but I am going against them with a pretty strong spirit, dances up earthquakes, as well as an aspect that I've heard is pretty strong for shifting memory. So I'm going to be using the Intensify aspect for shifting memory of ages. It replaces the special role Insights into the World's Nature with Intensify through Understanding, and you can spend element markers to modify your actions, max one of each marker per action. So with Sun, you can add a Strife or Badlands. With Moon, you can remove or replace an additional piece if the card has remove or replace. With Fire, +1 damage. With Moon, or with Air, you can use a minor power fast instead of slow. With Water, move an additional piece. It's got move. Defend +2 with Earth. With plants, you can do +2 wilds or +2 destroyed pieces back on the board. Or with animal, you can do a disease or a beast. So pretty cool. So yeah, that's how that works. The one downside to this is that you can't use those element markers anymore to pay for like elemental thresholds or choice events, stuff like that. So you lose that ability. So instead of being a major power spirit, it becomes more a minor power spirit. So I'm going to want to go down bottom track a little bit more than I usually do, but it makes those minor powers very potent. The other thing that you get is this bonus space. You get a moon and any element, which is pretty good, and will work with some majors. So I'm definitely going to get majors, but I'll also get more minors than I normally would as shifting memory. And then, of course, I've got Dances of Earthquakes, which should be a good time. So we'll see how they do against Russia, though. Russia tends to have a lot of small problems rather than just a couple big problems, so hopefully Dances of Earthquakes will be able to handle that pretty well. So let me get some markers here for my growth options. And I'll flip my initial Explorer, it's Wetlands, and that'll be good to get started. So I've already got everything set up for Russia 6. So I'll see what I can do with that. So they're going to build in wetlands. Really, I'm not too concerned about that. There's no beasts in wetlands. Just saving the Dahan in D1 and B1 are probably the only things I really care about. I can just let D3 and D6 go. And that way I get that pressure for fast profit taken care of. So D1, and B1 are going to be the lands that I want to save, just to save Dahan. So let's go into my growth options. I think right away for Intensify, well, I do get 0 energy per turn with memory, but I have a bunch of 0 cost cards. That's not too bad. And I'm not going to play Boon of Ancient Memories until turn 2, when Dances Up Earthquakes can afford that major. So I could go minor power, because I don't need Share Secrets of Survival this turn. Elemental Teachings. I don't need this turn either, so yeah, let's just gain a minor power, and I'll see what I can do with that. Alright, so Weep for What Is Lost. It's okay. Renewing Boon. Inflame the Fires of Life. Potentially good. Add a lot of pieces to the board. And Steam Vents, just destruction. So none of these, only one of these is free, and it's Weep for What Is Lost. Currently I don't have invaders and lands with Blight, so it's not one that I'll be playing this turn. Next turn could potentially be good, though. So maybe that's the play, or maybe Inflame the Fires of Life. It's got a lot of elements and stuff. I think I'll just go Weep for What Is Lost. Because it's good fear, and can get me lots of stuff. Not this turn, but in future turns. And I guess I'll just go top track because I want that 1 energy per turn. Yeah. I don't need defense or anything just yet, so yeah, let's just go top track. And add a presence at a range of 2. I'll start working my way towards the center of the board so I can have more stuff that I can hit. Gain 1 energy. And I'll study the invader spheres. Okay. Not just your own, okay. Alright, we'll see about that. I was just wondering about observe the ever-changing world and if I can get more than 1 element from that this turn, but I don't think I can, so I'll just wait on that. Alright, now moving up to Dances Up Earthquakes. Last time I did Dances Up Earthquakes, I went all top track. I think that might be good still, but bottom track is interesting. Especially against Russia, I think, getting to... And you don't get to 3 card plays until very late in the track, but you get a bunch of elements, which is neat. Just short on energy, but I don't know that that really matters for Dances Up Earthquakes, because I'm going to be doing a lot of impending cards. Let's see, reclaim 1, pending cards. Yeah, let's go minor power first. So I've got Call to Ferocity. Okay. Well, that would save B1, so that's not bad. Range just 1. Okay. It's also free, and it's got Fire and Earth, which is pretty good. It's running constant currents. Yeah, I think I like Call to Ferocity here. Poison Dew's not bad, especially since they're going to end up having lots of explorers on the map. But I think I'll go Call to Ferocity. Free cards are good, and free card with Earth is going to let me get some Quake tokens out right now, so that's great. Let's see, I've got Gather. I can also gather Dahan into my lands, so that's also interesting. If I go bottom track. So going for more defensive play could potentially be pretty strong with that. Let's see, they're going to build a city there. How much can I defend that land? Probably quite a bit. But I'll need to do... Let's see, if they build a city, they'll be doing 7 damage there, so I would need to defend it 6. That will be challenging. So. I can also skip Ravage actions. Let's see. Alright, so I think I have my card plays. I just have to decide whether I want to go down bottom track or top track. So I think I want to do bottom track just because it's different, because I didn't do that last time. And I think that the extra card plays eventually will pay off against Russia and be pretty strong. So I'm going to go bottom track this game. So with that in mind, I don't really want to be in this land because it's going to Ravage. So let's go here, and then I can go here next turn, gather this Dahan out, so I don't have to worry about that Ravage, or I can defend it. Defending is fine too. So I think I'll be good for that. Okay. Cool. So let's do that. I'll do Call to Ferocity. I'll put my played cards here and my impending cards up along this stretch. So I'm going to play Call to Ferocity, And I'm going to make Rumblings Portend a Greater Quake as my impending card for this turn. Not putting any energy on it because it's a 1-cost card, so it'll play next turn anyway. I get 1 energy as well for presence. I hear you, cat. Yes. Alright, and I think I'm good to go. So for fast powers here, I'm going to prepare 1 element marker. I guess I may as well just observe the ever-changing world, because I'm going to do stuff with that anyway. So I'm going to prepare 3 element markers. Should put these in a more accessible place, maybe? No, I think it's fine. So let's go with... I think the wilds are going to be nice against Russia. Wild Sun and Beast, because I'm not doing damage this turn. So I'm observing the ever-changing world here in D7 with those 3 elements. Then I'm going to study the Invader's Fears here. Wait, can I spend... Replace, remove... Yeah, I don't have anything that I can spend there to do. So actually, I'm instead of preparing 3, I'm just going to prepare 1 elemental marker. I'm going to do it as a... Let's see, there's already a piece there. But stopping Explorers is good anyway. Maybe. Do I have any damage abilities? I don't think I do. But Badlands will be good. So yeah, let's go with Sun. I'm going to prepare Sun. Study the Invader's Spheres here, and I'll spend this Sun to create a Badlands in that land. I get 2 Fear for that, and I turn the top card of the Fear deck face up. So my first Fear card is going to be Daunted by the Dahan, 1 Fear per board with both Invaders and Dahan, which will be both. Invaders do -6 damage to Dahan during the Ravage, so that's pretty good. If I can get that out, because then I won't have to worry about D1 or B1, really. I'll just let them fight back. Alright, cool. So that's that. Prepared my element markers. Yep. Alright, cool. So that is that turn. Fast powers over on Dances Up Earthquakes. I can add a Quake to one of my lands. So I'll go ahead and do that. Put that over here. And that's with the land creeks with tension, and that's all I got. So let's go to the Invader phase. So flip an event for timing, build in wetlands. Our goal is to create a lot of Quake tokens, at least 1 every turn for the next couple turns, because my goal is to get this highest level of Earth Shudders Buildings Fall. And I know people on Discord have said that there's a way that you can guarantee that after like 4 or 5 turns, but I haven't looked up that strategy. I'm going to try to figure it out on my own. Alright, so that's the Invaders build. They're going to explore jungle. So, I forgot my starting diseases. Okay, that's fine. And then we go to slow powers. So slow powers here, I just have just call it a ferocity, so that's fine. I could gather all the Dahan in here and just try to counterattack. I don't know if that's worth it. I do have Share Secrets of Survival, but I'm going to be using that on D1. Probably. Push one of those explorers out of this land, especially since it's a beast land, so I don't really want to have a bunch of explorers there. I can always skip the Ravage. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. And then I'll add a Quake token there. Yeah, so I should have the ability to get a lot of Quake tokens out pretty quickly. Let's see. So gather, one range. I think I'll just target B4 and get a bunch of guys in there, because that'll be a good one to defend. And yeah, that's that. Okay, so that's Call the Ferocity. Then I'm all set, so let's discard cards, go back to Growth. Alright, let's do Shifting Memory first. I want to get to 2 card plays this turn. Do I want to gain another power card? Probably. I don't think that I really have a lot that I want to spend stuff on, so yeah, let's keep gaining power cards for right now. Gives me more stuff to intensify, which I think is good. Ooh, Carapace Land is an excellent card. Confounding Mists, Haunted by Primal Memories is pretty good as well, actually. Defend and Fear. And Light Calls to Like, eh. So I'm between Carapace Land and Haunted by Primal Memories here. So Defend plus Fear is nice, especially since it's with Beasts, it's extra Fear, and that's going to be big against Russia. And I can make that a Defend 5 with Intensify. Or Carapace Land is excellent as well. It's an easy Defend 6, which is fantastic. But I think I like Haunted by Primal Memories. It's also got all my perfect elements, so let's go for that. Because Fear, I'm going to push a win condition, so if I can do that, that'll be excellent. Alright. So that's that. I get 1 energy. I'm going to go from bottom track so I can get to 2 card plays. And I think, do I want to set up a Sacred Site? I don't think I need to. Not yet. Yeah, not yet. So let's just keep moving towards the other side of the board. C2 range. I'll just stick to the sands. I think that makes sense. And then eventually I'll get some Sacred Sites up here, but I don't need them just yet. Alright, I get 1 energy, which I've done. So I want to play Boon of Ancient Memories, so I can start feeding major powers over to Dances Up Earthquakes. And let's see. How much defense can I get with this? I can probably get a lot. So if I play this, I'll have Defend 3. I don't have to worry about Share Secrets of Survival just yet. I can start preparing some element markers, so I think that's really good. So let's do that. Next 3 actions that change invaders. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Then let's go over here to Dances Up Earthquakes. So they are going to... I think we don't need to reclaim 1. I think probably gain a power card again. And I could just gain a major and forget Call of Ferocity. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna gain a major power. So I've got Flocking Red Talons. That could be a fun one against Russia. This doesn't hit my elements at all, but I think that's okay. It adds beasts, move beasts, range from wetlands. 1 damage to invaders. And then push stuff away. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright, Terrifying Nightmares, of course, is fun. Lots of fear. Shouldn't be too hard for me to threshold that. Inspire the Release of Stolen Lands. Okay. And Bombard with Boulders and Stinging Seeds is a fun card, but I really want more expensive cards here. So I think maybe Terrifying Nightmares. As cool as Flocking Red Talons is, it's going to be a little bit harder for me to threshold that one. With the repeat, it is pretty strong. But I think just pushing stuff around and getting all the fear is going to be pretty good. So let's get Terrifying Nightmares. I'm just going to forget Call the Ferocity from discard. Gain this. And I'm going to keep moving down bottom track. That's my goal this game. So let's go in here. Actually, I'll go in this land. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna gather, well, I get one energy. One energy on my impending cards this turn, so that'll be an energy for Rumblings, Portend a Greater Quake. I'm gonna gather one Dahan into B8. So I'll get my Dahan all stacked up. And then I've got 2 card plays. And 2 energy, and I want to save that 2 energy. So Rumblings, Portend a Greater Quake is going to come into play this turn. I think it comes into play right away, right? Yeah, so it comes into play right away. So this will be in play already. So I might just play 2 impending cards. I don't really need defense or anything just yet. I guess I only really want, I don't want them to Ravage twice, just because that's a lot of damage potentially. So maybe I'll come in here instead of there, and I can skip that Ravage. But that's a 3-cost card, so yeah, I don't want to use that just yet. So I'll probably put that into Impending instead. So I'll just give up the Ravages, that's fine. So yeah, let's put Resounding Footfall, So Dismay up in Impending. And probably Terrifying Nightmares as well. I want something that comes through, like, next turn. Well, I can play Inspire Winding Dance, so that's alright. So, let's see. Can do Gift of Seismic Energy. Potentially gives a lot of energy over to other spirits. Gotta time it really well, though. Yeah, let's just do Terrifying Nightmares. I'll throw that up there, and I can just wait and see what happens with it. Okay, so those are my impending cards. Didn't have to play anything. Not spending any energy on them, just letting them go. And now I go into fast powers. So first I have Rumblings, Portend a Greater Quake. If I have at least as many impending cards as power cards in play, which I do, I can get 1 Fear and add 1 Quake token within 1 range. And push up to 3 Dahan. So I could do that in there, but I can't defend it enough, so that's fine. So let's throw this Quake into here. Okay, got my 1 Fear for that. Then I have Land Creeks with Tension, so targeting myself. If I have at least 1 impending card, which I do, then I can add 1 Quake token in one of my lands. Got that right here. I want Radiating Tremors to proc next turn. No, I don't need it. Okay. Okay, Yeah, that's fine, I think. Okay, so that's that. I do have fire. Let's see. I think that's all the thresholds that I have, so I don't have to worry about that. I'll have an earth pretty soon. +1 play for impending only is going to be pretty strong as well. So yeah, I think I'm all set. So let's go ahead and resolve my fast powers on memory as well. So I've got the defend 3 from learn the invader's tactics. So I'm going to defend 3 up in D1. Elemental teachings, I can prepare an elemental marker. Observe the ever-changing world, I can prepare an elemental marker as well. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. I could observe the ever-changing world and try to get more than one, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I'm just going to prepare one elemental marker right now. There are actions. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So I'll get an earth, which I'll spend just to upgrade the defense here. So it's defend 5 instead of defend 3, just in case they get a plus damage type thing. And I'll also gain I think sun is probably good. Moon is nice. I'll gain an animal. We'll start adding more beasts to the board. I think might be good. Okay, cool. So that's my fast power space. Go to an event. Alright, so event here is far off wars touch the island. Invaders from a different distant land launch an assault upon the island, while the invaders here rally together in a wave of nationalism. Defending the island with them might come at too high a price. So I'm adding a fear card to the top of the fear deck, which oddly will go over the one that I've revealed. And I can either, on each board, so I get to choose for each board, which is cool. So encourage the destruction or blunt the offensive. Fortunately against Russia, even if I destroy buildings, they're still going to ravage because of the explorer, so probably just blunting the offensive is the way to go. I don't gain fear for it though. I'm gonna have so much blight going through this. I'm gonna have 3 blight going through this turn anyway, so if I do that, I'm gonna get to a blighted island card right away. Not sure that I like that idea. So I'm gonna blunt the offensive. I think it's fine. So I'm gonna destroy a couple towns. Let's do this one. So kind of make a pocket in the inland there. And this one. But no fear gains. Ecosystem damage. On each board, add 1 Badlands to a land with blight. Sure. And return to Old Pillars. On each board, gather 1 or 2 Dahan into a land with Dahan setup symbols. Sorry, Dahan, I just gathered you there. Here, I'll just try to stack up. Alright, not bad. No fear card yet. So Ravage in Wetlands. This one's defended 5, so Dahan will fight back. So I got a fear for destroying the town. Push this guy over here. And then I get no blight there. They are going to blight this land, and this land. And since they blighted each board, I avoid Russia 6, so they don't add a town and an explorer. Build in jungle. A couple towns here. and then explore into mountains. Okay, that's fine. Then we go to slow powers. I'm going to use Boon of Ancient Memories, targeting Dances of Earthquakes, so it can gain a major power. And a couple interesting ones. Storm Swath's pretty nice against Russia, and I think I can threshold that pretty easily. Yeah, I've got 2, 3 air cards. Yeah, that's not bad at all. So I like Storm Swath. Plague Ship Scale the Distant Lands. That one's neat. The Threshold is interesting because you can remove fear cards. And add Disease. I don't know that it's great against Russia. Fragments of Yesteryear is fine. Can remove Blight, which is cool. I think I like Storm Swath here. Starting towns. Hopefully I don't have that many towns, but the fact that it can do 1 damage to each invader is great. It will just kind of deal with a lot of explorers. And I can do that in 3 lands with Threshold. So yeah, I like that power quite a bit against Russia. And I'm going to pay 2 energy so I can gain this power without forgetting. And those are all my slow powers. So I'm going to discard cards and go back to growth. Alright, yeah, so let's see. So, do I still want to go more than 2 card plays with Shifting Memory of Ages? I think so. And I think getting up to this Prepare 1 Element Marker and 3 Energy Space is probably good, even if you're going for a minor build. So I'll probably go up that way. I'll keep going for power cards. Another minor, so Song of Sanctity. It's potentially good. Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth, which is not bad. I can intensify that. Unquenchable Flames. It's okay. Gift of Power is fine. I think I'm going to do Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth so I can start getting damage stuff out, because I can intensify that and do extra damage with it, which is worth quite a bit. Yeah, those damage miners are a little overcosted from the base game, but spirits that can do an extra damage with them, like Intensify Memory or Teeth, Tiefler Thunderfoot, or Might Earth, I think they make pretty good use of them. Yeah, so that's fine. And I'll go ahead and add a presence from top. I think I probably want to make a Sacred Site at this point, so I'll do that here. That's fine. Gain 2 energy. And I shouldn't give up too much Blight. A little bit is fine, but I don't want them to like completely take over the board. But I can do Haunted by Primal Memories here for 1 energy. Share Secrets of Survival to deal with D2. I think will be good. Yeah, I like that play. So that's going to be my turn with Shifting Memory. Over with Dances of Earthquakes. Oh, I should... I need to let a Blight go through on this board, I think. I can maybe get away with stopping that Blight on this board. So with that in mind, let's... I might just let it go through. I don't know. Probably want to move my presence though, if I do that. And I can push those to Han out of there. They will kill a beast, though, which I don't love. But I've got enough, and I can start adding more beasts with Shifting Memory of Ages, so might be okay. So yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go from top track just so I can deal with that a little bit easier. See, those have no energy on them, so I don't need to worry about adding extra energy. So let's gain another power card. I'll gain another minor, I think. Yeah. So Visions of Fiery Doom. It's not bad. I could maybe defend that with this one. Fire is easy for me to threshold. Shadows of the Burning Forest. Sap the Strength is also fear. So let's see. I don't think I'll do Disorienting Landscape or Shadows of the Burning Forest. I'll want either Sap the Strength of Multitudes or Visions of Fiery Doom. Which unfortunately will mean that I get pressure for fast profit over on this board, but I think I can deal with one pressure for fast profit. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's do Visions of Fiery Doom so I can get some fear. Although if I do Sap the Strength, then they'll fight back and kill everything, so maybe that's just as good. Yeah, I'll do Sap the Strength of Multitudes. It's a good enough card that it's worth taking. Okay. So yeah, I can take from bottom then. I don't need the move presence. Let's work my way over to this board. Actually, I'll go in here. So I can add a Quake token there. Then I want to go Sap the Strength of Multitudes, and I have one energy. So I probably want to have an Earth and a Moon in play for sure, so I can get the defense. Am I gonna have enough? I have +1 play for Impending only, so yeah, I should be good. So let's go with Exaltation of Echoed Steps will be good. That's my in-play card. I do get 1 energy on each of my impending cards as well, so let me mark that. And I think I'll put Storm Swath into impending. Yep, let's do that. So spending 0 energy to put Storm Swath into impending. So those are my card plays. So let's go into fast powers. So first I'm going to do Haunted by Primal Memories over onto... I thought I would be targeting a beast land. I guess I'm not. So, yeah, maybe I should have let one of them go. That's alright. I'll defend when I can. So let's do Haunted by Primal Memories right here. It's going to defend 3 and do 1 fear. And I could intensify that to add a beast, but... Does the modify happen at the end of the power, or does it happen in the beginning? Because I think I could do it like as part of the front of this action and then get the extra fear for adding the beast there. That kind of makes sense to me. I'm going to do that. Hopefully that's the right way to do it. So I'm going to add a beast here as well, so I can get an extra 2 fear from Haunted by Primal Memories. Share secrets of survival. I'm going to target this land. So each time Dahan would be destroyed, destroy 2 fewer Dahan right here. I don't think I need to do the gather. I can't, actually, so that's fine. Just mark that. Then I've got learn the invader's tactics, so I can defend 3 somewhere. And also to observe the ever-changing world, which I think I'm going to do here. So let's go with least animal and sun. Maybe fire. Sun. Okay, so observing the ever-changing world right there. And I'll learn the invader's tactics in this land and just defend at 3. And I think that's good. Alright, then we've got Dances Up Earthquakes, so I'm going to use Sap the Strength of the Multitudes on this land to defend at 5. And then I've got Land Creeks with Tension. So on one of my lands I can defend 1 per impending card, which would be 3, so I'll just add an additional 3 defense into this land, actually, just in case something terrible happens. So this one's now defended 6 instead. Yeah, I don't have 2 Earth yet. I'm going to unlock the Earth next, so that'll make it easier to get 2 Quakes out at a time. But I can still add a Quake into one of my lands, which I'll do right here. Got a decent amount of Quakes out on the board. And those are my fast powers. So now we go ahead and go to the invader phase. We get an event. Cultural assimilation on each board in a land with exactly 1 Dahan that's adjacent to a city. Shoot. Oh, actually, I was going to gather Dahan in there anyway, so I wanted to stack up my Dahan just in case something like that happened. I just forgot about the gather 1 Dahan into one of my lands. So now I don't have any lands with exactly 1 Dahan to avoid events like that. So that's fine. Beast attack. Each beast deals 2 damage. That's fantastic. So 2 damage here. We'll kill one of those guys and push this guy. I'll do it there. Actually, how did they explore here? There was no adjacent town there, so they actually shouldn't have explored there last turn. Okay. Well, 1 damage. We'll push this guy over here and get me a fear card. Yeah. Each beast. So here as well. I don't want to remove the beasts, so let's do the 1 damage to this explorer and push him somewhere. Push him here. That's a fear. And I think here as well. Okay, so decent amount of fear from that. Then Reckless Offensive. On each board, choose a land with at least 2 Dahan and at least 2 towns and cities. Don't think I have that. Nope. So, it doesn't happen. Alright, 1 fear card. Terror level 1 still is Dahan and Heartened. Each player may push 1 Dahan from a land with invaders or gather 1 Dahan into a land with invaders. Yeah, actually that works well. That'll get me one of these tokens too. So I'll get this one. Alright, then we go to the Ravage. So they're going to Ravage here successfully. They'll kill a Dahan. I guess that's fine. So they will successfully Ravage this land. It's not defended. 1 Dahan will die, but the other 2 will not, because of Share Secrets of Survival. I get one of the other elemental markers for that. And then the remaining Dahan will fight back, kill the city. And one of these explorers will get pushed out somewhere. Let's shove him in here. Alright, and And with that push, I get the last elemental marker. Okay. So build in mountains. Ooh, and then explore mountains. A little scary. With the escalation as well. Escalation is add 2 explorers into lands with beasts on each board, and I can split them up. Let's leave that mountain empty, and I'll deal with this some other way. Here. Oh, I should have ravaged on this board too. I forgot about it. So here it's defended. Fight back and kill that. Here's also defended. I'll fight back and get me another fear card. Push this guy in here. Yeah, lots of defenses going on. Okay, so yeah, so still need to do my escalations on this board. Did one here. I could do one there as well. Okay, cool. So that's all set. Now we go to slow powers. I have Exaltation of Echoed Steps. So I may push 1 presence, bring up to 1 thing, and I can do likewise. So I can let him push presence somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. I'll stop this from being a ravaged land, so I'll push this guy maybe into D5. Because I can do extra damage in that land. Make it fast as well. Okay. So yeah, let's push this presence here, and I'll pull a explorer along with it. So all 3 of my mountains are hunting lands now, which is a little scary, but I think I'll be able to deal with it. And I can do likewise, so let's pull... Let's see, I can skip one of these. Little scary. A lot of damage going out in those lands. Let's see, what do I have? Not a lot. Okay. I think I'll pull this town out. Into here. Okay, so that's Exaltation. I don't have Earthshudder's Buildings Fall just yet, so that's my stuff. I'm going to discard cards and then go back to growth. Alright, so starting to get a lot of stuff on the board. So these mountains are a little scary because they're going to ravage twice in a row. Potentially, but I do have a lot of defense and stuff that I can potentially add, so we'll see how that works out. I think I probably want to go for a major now with Shifting Memory. So let's do a major. Voice of Command's a very nice one. Yeah, that's good. Hitting that threshold's going to be... Well, I keep forgetting that I have this any element here, so actually with that any element I could threshold that. With Share Secrets of Survival as well. So that's a pretty strong combo. Volcanic Eruption. I'm not really going for high energy stuff, so I think I like Voice of Command here. I'm going to go Voice of Command, and I will forget See, Haunted by Primal Memories is pretty good. I think I'll just forget Study the Invader's Fears. I mean, it's free to fear, so it's not bad. But I like Haunted by Primal Memories. I like all of the others. Maybe Boon of Ancient Memories. I don't need that. I know that I'm gonna need to get another major power just given over the Dances of Earthquakes. So I'll forget Boon of Ancient Memories. Just take Voice of Command, which will be very good, especially in future turns when I can threshold it. I'm gonna go from top. So next turn's probably a Reclaim. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go there. Okay, yeah, that'll work out fine. So I'm going to save Voice of Command. I'm going to go ahead and get my 3 energy and play Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth and Weep for What Is Lost. Alright, and yeah, I'll figure out how to play those after I go to Dances Up Earthquakes. So Dances Up Earthquakes, I'm going to get an energy on each of those cards. Might be good to start adjusting the energy on them a little bit. Try to catch them up so they can all proc at the same turn. So yeah, maybe I'll actually Reclaim and add a Presence. I think I'll go Rumblings Portend to Greater Quake as my reclaimed card. Not too worried about defense, just because I'm going to let stuff go anyway, so it's fine. If I lose a Presence, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so I reclaimed 1. I get to add a Presence. I'm going to go from bottom. This one can be at range 3, so let's go over towards the other board. I do need a Sacred Site eventually for Storm Swath, but don't have to worry about it just yet. So I'll probably add an energy to Storm Swath and Terrifying Nightmares so I can catch them up and they'll all be on the same time frame. Yeah, that's the way to go. So they'll be good next turn. So next turn, so I add 1. So yeah, next turn they'll all pop at the same time. So next turn will be my big one. So next turn I'll have to have a Sacred Site. This turn I don't have to worry about it. So I'll just start spreading out more Quake tokens. Okay, so I'm going to add an energy to 2 of my Impending cards. I'm going to do it to Terrifying Nightmares and Storm Swath. Then I get 1 energy. And 1 energy on all of my Impending cards. Alright, so those are all 1 energy away from popping, so that'll be good. Next turn, I went from bottom, so I've got 1 energy. Let's go with a free card. That's probably a good thing. Inspire Winding Dance. Actually, I'll have pretty good defense with Lane Creeks with Tension here, so that's not bad at all. So let's go Rumblings Portend to Greater Quake and Inspire Winding Dance. And I'll throw something up into Impending as well. I'm running out of space. Let me move this so I can put more Impending cards up there. So I have +1 play for Impending cards only. Let's do Radiating Tremors, I think. Yeah. And I'll be able to tune that and get that one to pop next turn as well. So I won't have 7 cards though. I'll have just 6. So I need to... So I probably want to put 2 cards into Impending this turn. So next turn I want to get to 7 cards in play. So I need 5 cards in Impending. Although I'll have 3 card plays next turn, potentially. So I can get there that way. But it'll be easier if I do have Impending cards. So yeah, let's put that up there. So that was 3 card plays. So I think that's fine. Because I can put 1 in, I'm going to have to reclaim so I can threshold Storm Swath. I'll have Terrifying Nightmares thresholded as well. So yeah, I think this is good. Gift of Seismic Energy is also going to be nice, but I don't think I can get that to pop next turn. If I play it now, let's see, I can add 1. No, it'll only have 2. But I can play it next turn, I guess, if I have the energy. Which I won't, so that's fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think I won't worry about the defense too much. Just add a bunch of Quake tokens and yeah, that's gonna be good. Okay. Maybe. If I can somehow get an extra energy over Dances Up Earthquakes, it'll be even better. But even without that, I think I'll be in good shape for next turn. Check my elements as well, so I'm going to need 4 fire and 5 earth. So in my Impending, I have 3 fire. I also have 1 on tracks, so that's fine. And 3 earth plus 1 on tracks. So I'll just need to have 1 earth card played, and that'll be no problem. So yeah. So next turn, I'm going to hit the highest level of Earth Shudders Buildings Fall. I guess I can probably just pay 1 energy onto Radiating Tremors so I don't have to worry about that next turn. So everything will get 1 and be where it needs to be. Yeah. So next turn I should have the highest level of my Right Innate, which is Earth Shudders Buildings Fall. So really, I just want to get a bunch of Quake tokens out so that I can do as much damage with that as possible next turn in the slow phase. Now, hopefully I don't lose before then. So that is that. Let's go over to... so let's go over to Shifting Memory, figure out what I'm doing for its slow powers, or its fast powers rather. So I do have Observe the Ever-Changing World, which I do have the 2nd level, assuming that I get an air with this card, which I don't know that I will. How much defense do I need in that land? A decent amount. So they're doing, right now, 8 damage in land D5. I would love for it to not cascade, even if I hit Pressure for Fast Profit this turn. I think that's okay. I realize now that I should have had Pressure for Fast Profit last turn on this board because I didn't get a Blight there. So in the land with the most Explorers, I would have added 1 Explorer and Town. It's a tie, so I guess I'll do it here. No, I'll do it here. Stack that up. Okay. So that's fine. That was from Pressure for Fast Profit last turn. So this turn, let's go ahead and do... Yeah, I'll make my any element in air. I'll do Observe the Ever-Changing World. Let's do Moon. An air. And an animal. I'm gonna spend my air to make Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth fast. And I'll spend a fire to do an additional damage with it. And I may as well spend an animal to add an animal to it. So with the Badlands here, I'm doing 1 damage, plus 1 from the fire that I spent, plus 1 from the Badlands, so 3 damage into this land, which is enough to... I think I want to kill the Explorers, so I'll kill 2 Explorers and push 1 out. I'll go over here. So that happens, so I get 1 of these markers. Let's see, wait for what is lost. I guess I could have done this in a slightly different order, but I think that's fine. Because this way I kill one of the Explorers. Yeah. Then I'll spend the air to make Weep for what is lost fast. Push this town out. I get 1 fear. I'll push him over here, because that's going to get a Quake token. And I'll take the animal marker for that one. Okay, so that's that. So I made those fast. Don't have Learn the Invader's Tactics. I've already done Observe the Ever-Changing World. So Land Creeks with Tension. I do have a couple levels of this one now, so if I have at least 1 impending card, which I do, I can add a Quake token to one of my lands. Let's go over here. And then I've got 1 Moon and 1 Earth, so I have the 2nd level. One of my lands defend 1 per Quake token. Defend 1 per impending card, so I'll defend 3 right here, just in case. Then, if I have at least 3 impending cards, which I do, I can add 1 Quake token into one of my lands. Such a loud dog. So let's go there. Lots of Quake tokens spread around the map right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands with Quake tokens. And hopefully I'll have even more before my big Quake next turn. Alright, so those are my fast powers. I'm going to go into a Blighted Island this turn, but that's okay. So we go into an event. I guess I can pull a Dahan somewhere. Gather 1 Dahan into one of my lands. Not going to do it. Okay, rising interest in the island. My island is unlike any the invaders have seen. Let me just check one thing. Okay, yeah, no emergencies popping up just yet. So the island is unlike any the invaders have seen. They've begun to take interest in tales of strangeness. So I can ignore the curiosity. Return the top card of the invader deck to the box. On each board, add 1 town to a land without 1. Or I can weave lies in the minds of the invaders. So I don't have a lot of... actually, I have no air out right now. I would like to do that. So, I wonder if I can forget cards to pay for it. Yeah. So I guess I'll forget Haunted by Prime, or I'll forget Elemental Teachings and study the Invader's Fears. It's fine, I think. So two cards with air. I do keep one, which I've been forgetting about actually, because I still have long ages of knowledge and forgetfulness. I forgot that I had that actually. I thought that this Intensify removed it. So actually I shouldn't have forgotten Boon of Ancient Memories. I'll still have that. When you forget a power card from hand. So I think that's right. So that was when I gained Voice of Command. I could have forgotten and gotten it that way. No, I forgot it from discard, so it's still gone. That's okay. So I forget one of these cards, but they're both in discard, so yeah, they will actually be forgotten. Oh well. Let's keep one of them, because I freaking forget Voice of Command from hand into discard, because I'm going to be reclaiming anyway. So I think it's probably better to keep Study the Invader's Fears, because it's land targeting, so I can do some fun things with that. Okay, so forgot a card. That pays for Weave Lies in the minds of their observers. Return the top fear card to the box. And during the next normal Ravage, each town and city does +1 damage. Totally fine. Beast of the Jungle. On each board, add 1 beast to a jungle without blight. 1 fear if invaders are present. 1 fear. And then traps and snares. On each board, add 1 wilds to a land with Dahan. Okay, I've got Daunted by the Dahan, so 1 fear per board with both invaders and Dahan, which is both. And then during Ravage, invaders do -6 damage per or to Dahan. Okay, now we go into the invader phase. So they're going to Ravage in mountains, so no Ravage in here, which means that they do get pressure for past profit. So I'll add 2 boys in here, which is actually okay. I can work with that. This board, they're going to Ravage twice, so I'll lose a presence, pushing me into a Blighted Island. Unnatural Proliferation. Immediately, each spirit adds 1 presence to a land with their presence. That's cool. That's actually quite good. But I want to go top. Probably top, because the 2 energy I think is going to be better. I'll make it a little easier to do stuff next turn. And I don't think I'll need 3 card plays. Yeah. So let's start going top with Dances Up Earthquakes. I'll make a Sacred Site somewhere here. And then with Shifting Memory of Ages, let's go bottom, so I can work my way to 3 card plays. I'll go here as well. On each board, add 1 Dahan to a land with Dahan. Sounds good to me. And then add 2 cities to the land with the fewest towns and cities. Which, again, I can put it in lands with Quake stuff, and that'll be okay. To a land with the fewest towns and cities. So let's go in here, because I have a plan for this land. And actually, Voice of Command is going to do a lot of work there, so that's fine. And it'll be this land, and that's okay. I can work with that. So that'll be okay. 3 fear per, or 3 blight per player. One of those blights going to go into this land. Okay, so that was my Ravage. Build in mountains. And then explore mountains and jungles. Mountains going, getting a lot in a row. That's okay. Yeah, I think that actually is fine. This board is going to be pretty clear if I can make it to the slow phase next turn, which I think I will be fine getting to. So that actually was a pretty good explore card. Okay, cool. So that's that. Although the Ravage in Mountains is annoying, just because of, Russia stuff, but I can let one go through. Okay, cool. So that was the Explore. So we can go to slow powers. I think I just have Inspire Winding Dance. Yeah. So I'll push up to 1 Explorer Town, range 1. So I think this guy, just so I don't have to worry about him next turn. Although really I've got free defense, so it's not too bad. I'll just stack him up in here, because that's going to be my voice of command land. I'll gather a Tahan in there. Okay. Nice. So I think that's my only slow power. Yeah, I don't have Earth Shudders, Buildings Fall just yet. So let me discard cards and go back to growth. So I think I might have to take a little break after this turn, but I want to see my big quake. So I'm going to at least go through for that. So let's go ahead and go to a new turn. I'm going to reclaim cards with Dances Up Earthquakes. I could gain a major without forgetting, rather than adding presence, which might be okay. Yeah, I'm in decent shape, so let's do that. So I'm adding a major without forgetting. So I've got Pyroclastic Flow, which is nice. Destroy all explorers. And it'll be very easy for me to threshold. Kind of makes sense for an Earthquakey Spirit as well. Instruments of the Hurn Ruins, pretty good if I can threshold that. I don't think that I can. I don't have the sun for that. But with Russia, that would be quite good. Yeah, unfortunately, if I could threshold Instruments of the Hurn Ruin, I would get that for sure, but I can't, so that's okay. So probably Pyroclastic Flow. Yeah, I think that's good. Very easy to threshold, so yeah, let's go with that one. Don't have to forget, so that's cool. I've got 2 card plays plus 1 for impending, so let's get my 1 energy. And I get 1 energy on all of my impending cards, which means they're all paid for. So I'm just going to remove the energies and slide them down. So I have 5 cards in play. And 1 energy. So I'm still kind of poor, but that's okay. I need to do... Let's see, I probably don't want to let 2 cascades go through, but I'll be able to stop one of those with skip all ravage actions, so that's okay. If I let 1 cascade go through, I think that's fine. So let's see, I'll be down 3 blight. That'll be a little tight, but I think I'll be alright with that. So yeah, so I'll let that go through so that I avoid pressure for fast profit. Although I'm going to be destroying pretty much everything anyway, so maybe letting pressure for fast profit go through is not the worst thing in the world. I'm almost to a fear bomb, but this board's going to be pretty clear after the end of this turn, so I don't know that I need to worry about that too much. So if I can stop them from ravaging, I think I will. So let's play Sap the Strength of Multitudes. That thresholds Storm Swath, so that's good. And I might just throw Pyroclastic Flow and Gift of Seismic Energy up into Impending with no energy on them. Now I need 1 more card in my play, so I will throw Gift of Seismic Energy up into there. Then I need 1 more card here for card plays, and I think I need something with Earth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I need 1 Earth card. All my cards have Earth, so that's not a problem. So let's do Inspire a Winding Dance. Just gonna be my other card. Sorry, it's hard to show all the cards that I have in play over here, but that's what I'm doing. Alright, I can defend 5. I've only got 1 card in impending, so I'm not going to get a lot of defense. How much do I need to defend this? 10? Okay. Well, that's fine. I do have Terrifying Nightmares at its highest level, though, so that's okay. So I could maybe use that to force something somewhere. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, so that's that. Let's go over to Memory. Memory is reclaiming. Adding a presence. Let's go bottom track. Just do it here. It's range 0. And I'm going to do Voice of Command. I get 3 energy. Voice of Command. Share Secrets of Survival. And I could get another one if I wanted to. I could probably defend B4 quite a bit if I pull everything in there. So, or do a bunch of damage somewhere, maybe. Yeah, I'll do Haunted by Primal Memories and just see if I can get some extra fear. So I'm going to discard a couple elemental markers for that. Discard the moons. I'm not getting transformation or add. Remove or replace ones. So I'll discard those. I also get to prepare 1 elemental marker. Let's prepare a... let's see, how much damage? 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, so that would do that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I want that Ravage to go through, probably. But I can gather some other stuff. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, so Voice of Command still, Haunted by Primal Memories. I think that's good. So I want to prepare a, I guess, Badlands will be good. Yeah. Let's prepare a Sun. Okay, so now I'm going into fast powers. Let's do Observe the Ever-Changing World. That's definitely going into D7. I want a Animal, Fire, do Earth. Put those right there. Then I'll do Voice of Command. They're in D7. I have the Threshold because I'm going to make my any element here a sun. So I'm going to gather a town and a Dahan. Now I do 1 damage per Dahan or Explorer to towns and cities only. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Plus 1 for the Badlands is enough to kill 2 cities. And a town. Does pop the... so I'll get 2 of these. Does immediately pop that, but that's okay. This is the good turn to do it because I'm getting my Quake out. So 1 of these towns is dead. Okay. So I immediately get coastal lands in the build space, which is okay, I think. I need to get a Quake over there, but I think that will be fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's that. Haunted by Primal Memories I'm going to do right here, so this one's defended 3. I'll discard a mountain to make it 5. This one's defended 5, and I get 3 fear. And I think that's it. Yep. Okay. Then I've got lots of fast powers over on Dances of Earthquake. So first, let me move a presence. I'm going to move this presence over to here, so I'm adjacent to the 2 coastal lands, because that'll make it a little easier to deal with those. I've got land creeks with tension at its highest level, so I'm going to target this land for defense. So this one's going to be defended an extra 2, so it's defended 7 right now. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to do Terrifying Nightmares to push all of these guys into this land. Okay, then I need to defend that a lot. Let's see. It's currently defended 7. I get 6 fear from that. That's another fear card. This one needs to be defended 12. I've got this one guy here, though, that I'd like to push out. But if that cascades, I think that's alright. So I think, well, if I can stop it, then I will. But I don't think I can. So that's okay. So that's that. Alright, cool. So I'm going to use Resounding Footfall, So Dismay into B2. So there's skipping Ravage actions there. And I get 1 fear. Oh, this is a 0 range power. Shoot. Yeah, so I can't move that guy over there. I'm gonna move. Let's do it here instead. So I'll skip Ravage actions there. Add a Quake token. So probably instead of pushing those guys all out of B7, since I'm skipping that Ravage anyway. I don't really care how much damage they're doing here. So I can let that one go, that's alright. So I think I'll probably push... I'll just use Terrifying Nightmares up here and push these 2 guys into this land. Since they're skipping this Ravage anyway. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Then, let's see, so that was Resounding Footfall, So Dismay. I've done Land Creeks with Tension, but I need to add the tokens from that. So let's do that here. And here. And I'll be able to push those around. Potentially. Okay, so I've done Terrifying Nightmares, I've done Resounding Footfall, So Dismay, I've done Land Creeks with Tension. I need Rumblings, Portend, Greater Quake. But I don't get the fear for that because I don't have at least as many impending cards as cards in play. But I can push up to 3 to haunt somewhere. 1 range. Don't think I want to. No. I'll get these guys in here, just in case. Alright, I think I'm finally good with fast powers. So, going to an event. Interesting discoveries. So, stage 2, increasing aggression. Invaders do +1 damage per land when ravaging. It's fine. Then Weaseling Outbreak. On each board, remove 1 blight from a land with at least 2 Nahan. Okay, that's good. That was 10 to land. Weaseling Outbreak is add 1 disease to the jungle or wetland with the most towns and cities. Jungle or wetland. So here. And here. 2 fear cards. Terror level 1 still. So Sense of Dread. On each board, remove 1 Explorer from land matching a Ravage card. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm okay with pressure for fast profit coming in on this land, so let's do that. So I'll remove that Explorer just to save a Blight. And this one, it doesn't matter, so I'll just do one of these guys. Quarantine. Explorer does not affect coastal lands. Alright. Okay, Ravage. So board D is empty. Board B, they're skipping the Ravage here. This one does Cascade, which is alright. I have an outlet for it. I've got no other lands with 3 Explorers except for this one up here, but in that land, the Explorers are fighting with the Dahan, so they're just going to kill this town, which is nice. Gets me an extra fear and this marker. And that's that. So build in coastal and mountains. So not that much happening here. Gonna build there. Build here. Build there. Actually, 2 builds in that land because it's a coastal mountain. And there. And then explore in wetlands, and it doesn't affect coastal lands, which is actually good because I've got word D. So that's 2 of those lands. So just here. And then the escalation, I'll spread some of these explorers out into beast lands. Make sure I do it in quake lands, because the quakes are about to pop. Alright, so those are my... Oh, it wouldn't be. There's no beast there. Keep getting the quake and the beast confused. There's a quake here, so that's fine. Alright, cool. Cool. So, now I go to slow powers, and this is where it gets interesting with Dances of Earthquakes. Because I have Earthshudder's buildings fall at the highest level, because I've got 4 fire, 5 mountain, and 7 cards in play. So first up, let me do towns and cities only. Yeah, I think that's fine. So let's see how I can do this. So it's 2 damage to towns and cities, and then 1 damage to each invader after I remove those. So where would be the best place to use this damage? I don't think I needed to add the extra Quake token in here at the beginning. I would have done it like here instead, would have been better. Because then I can do Radiating Tremors in this land to do 2 damage. So I'll do 1 to each of those cities. And then push any number of Quake tokens. So I'm going to push 2 of those Quake tokens out to adjacent lands. Okay, that's fine. So 0 range, so let's do my Quake. I'll start it in this land. So it's 2 damage per Quake token to towns and cities only. So kill a city, do 2 fear. Then I have the second level, so 1 fear. And in any number of lands with Quake tokens, 2 damage per Quake to towns and cities only. So that will kill these guys. Pushes me into Terror level 2. And remove 1 Quake token. So I'll go through and remove them as I go. So that's 1 removed. Here, remove that Quake token. Well, let's leave them all on the map first so I can keep track of things. I'll do the town and city damage first. I'll just add them up together. So then I have the highest level, so it's 2 fear, and then in each land where I remove a Quake, 1 damage to each invader. So let's remove that Quake token. Get 2 fear, 1 damage to each invader. Pushes 1 of the explorers, but that's fine, because I can push them over yonder. And he's just going to be kind of going across the whole board right now. So let's do this land next. So 2 damage per quake. Remove that quake token. 1 damage to each invader. That's 3 more fear. 1 damage to this city, or to this town. Then I've got this land here, so 2 damage. Remove the quake token. 1 damage to each invader. I'll push one of these guys into that land. Can't remember if is it once per action for pushes, or is it they just keep getting pushed indefinitely? I don't know if these count as different actions because they're different lands. I think it would be 1 action. So I don't know that I can ping pong these explorers indefinitely. I think they're in their final resting places now. So this land next. I'll do 1 damage to each of those cities. Then 1 damage to each invader as I remove that quake token, which will be 5 fear for pushing the explorer. This land's next. Remove that quake token, kill all these explorers. I'll shove 1 into this land. Then this land's next. So I can't kill both cities, but that's okay because I have Storm Swath still. So let's do 1 damage to each of those. Kill all those explorers. 1 I guess does get pushed still, so that's a fear. 1 damage to each invader. Okay, and those will all die with Storm Swath, so that's fine. And then here, 2 damage to the town. Destroy all of these guys. 1 will get pushed. I'll push him up there. Which I think hits my other Fear Bomb. So they're going to build in mountains and wetlands, but fortunately my mountains and wetlands are going to be pretty clear, so that's not an issue, really. Or shouldn't be. So those are all my quakes, I think. So that's pretty cool. It was a lot of destruction. And I'm in tier level 2. There's only a couple towns and cities left, so if I can destroy all the towns and cities that are left, I win. So let's go with Storm Swath. So I can do this +1 range. I have the threshold, so it's going to be 3 fear. And I'll target... let's see. Both origin land and target land, so I don't have a great place for that. I wonder if I can push any more towns. I do have Inspire Winding Dance, so let's push this town. I'll do this one. So I'll push this town over here. Then I'll Storm Swath these 3 lands. So it's going to be 1 damage to each invader. In the lands where I did damage, I destroy a town, but I'm destroying all those towns anyway. So this guy's already been moved, but I get another fear for him, so let's just push him over yonder. 1 damage to each invader in these lands, which will be a bunch of fear. Let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 fear. 5, 6, 7. Okay, I've done Radiating Tremors, I've done Storm Swath now, I've done Inspire Winding Dance, did my big Earthquake, so I think I'm done with fast powers, done with slow powers, going to discard cards, and then go back to Growth. And I've got 2 towns on the board, so if I can kill those 2 towns in the fast phase, I win. And I can make powers fast with this spirit, so I probably am good. Don't have any prepared air, but that's fine. So yeah, I think I got this. So let's discard these cards. I think I'm gonna reclaim again with Shifting Memory. Get 3 energy. Prepare an elemental marker. Let's just prepare an air. And Shifting Memory will play Voice of Command. Share Secrets of Survival. And pull Beneath the Hungry Earth. Hi, dog. And I don't have to worry about Dances Up Earthquakes. I'll just go straight into my fast powers with Shifting Memory. So it's going to spend a fire and a air, so it gets an extra damage with damage dealing powers and can make a slow power fast. Slow minor. And I'm going to use Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth right here to do 3 damage. That's 3 fear total for that. Then I'm going to use Voice of Command with Threshold, thanks to the any element, over in this land. So I'll gather 2 explorers there, because why not? And then 1 damage per explorer or Dahan, 2 towns or cities only. Now I've got a nice clean board with no towns or cities, and I'm in Terror level 2, which means that I win against the Tsardom of Russia with Shifting Memory of Ages, Intensify, as well as Dances Up Earthquakes. So this Dances Up Earthquakes is a kind of ludicrous spirit. I think they're insanely powerful. Like I said, I haven't looked up any strategies for getting early max quakes, and I was able to do it. So if I can do it, anybody can do that, and just wipe out basically an entire board of cities. So yeah, it's a good time. Combos well with Storm Swath as well. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think about Intensify Memory in the comments below. I enjoyed it. It definitely mixes up memory quite a bit. I think it does make them probably a little bit stronger, in at least shifts their focus more to minor powers instead of just spamming majors and hoping for a really good one. So in that regards, I think it's a pretty cool power. If you get something like Call of the Dahanways and then use Moon, you can replace 2 towns with 2 Dahan, which seems insane. So yeah, there's some very cool stuff that I think you can do with Shifting Memory of Ages with the Intensify aspect. Alright, well, I'm going to clean this up, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see everybody next time.